Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today I'm reviewing this fella, Old Crafty Hen. Brewed by Moreland, part of Green King's Brewery. You can't actually get Moreland Brewery. Tap it in, it comes up Green King. It is a 6.5% oak aged vintage. Like the bigger brother of shall we say, Old Speckled Hen. And if you know your Moreland Brewery stuff, they do Old Speckled Hen, Old Golden Hen, Old Nutty Hen, well they did, Old Spooky Hen, that was a thing at one time. Hen's Tooth, Crafty Hen, Old Hoppy Hen. I think that's all the hen varieties that I can remember. So dark copper in colour, an aroma of toffee. I mean, I'm reading it in front of me, but I can actually smell the toffee and raisins. And it says here the malt is pale and crystal, the hops are Challenger, Pilgrim, First Gold, Goldings and Target. The Challenger hop provide the key herbal hop characteristics. First Gold and Goldings give some citrus fruit, and the crystal malt adds warming toffee. Who would know, eh? A touch of 5X ale matured, that's what it says, in oak beer, adds dried fruit and raisins and produces a complex, flavoured and richly satisfying ale. Perfect with rich puddings, lighter casseroles and tangy cheeses. Or on its own. And I'm sat in the beer room. So this is actually on sale in the likes of Morrison's in a 750ml bottle as a Father's Day Prezi. And what a good Prezi, I mean, let's be fair. Good lacing around the edge, nice white head. Beautiful aroma. And you really do get that maltiness, the dried fruit, complex flavours. It is, for a shop beer, and we've got to remember this, that there are a lot of craft beers out there that cost a hell of a lot more, simply because they're not made in such gigantic quantities. But a supermarket beer delivers such a great taste. Oh, that hits the spot, that does. It's just gone a bit dark outside, let's hope it don't chuff in rain. So yeah, beautiful beer. One of my favourites. If I'm just thinking of mainly supermarket beers that are easily and readily available, top 10 beers have got to be, or in the top 10, or around anyway, let's put it that way. McEwan's Champions Ale, Old Crafty Hen, 1698 from Shepherd Neame, King Goblin, Fruity, that fruity, isn't it? Old Tom, Blandford Flyer, Old Tom with Ginger. They are some of my very, very best favourite beers. Bateman's Mocha. Some varieties that aren't with us anymore. Bombardier, Colonel's Reserve. Fantastic variety. God knows why God knows why they aren't rebrewing it. Breaks my heart. It really needles me that some of the best varieties get lost or stopped brewed, and they tend to be stronger varieties as well for whatever reason. But obviously the craft brewers these days are coming back with stronger varieties, although you pay the premium because obviously most of them aren't in shops. So shops don't go above a £5 really for any beer really normally. I mean, even these big cans are about £3 or £4. But you know, the same cans from a brewery shop or from a beer shop like we have been to today, you're looking at £4, £5 and £6 upwards. So, you know, to get the beer in shops is a great thing, because obviously you can get it for a much better price. Oh, I love the taste of that. It, you know, obviously it's got a nice strength, 6.5%, and it feels like a 6.5% beer. Good flavour, and eye-watering flavour, brilliant. So Father's Day tomorrow. Going to be a strange Father's Day, you know. I don't normally go out on Father's Day for a meal anyway, because I can't be done with queuing in pubs, and the food's usually crap on Father's Day, because they're trying to get so much out that it's normally not that great. So we'll probably do a barbecue, cook a bit of stuff on the barbecue and that. I'll get a few prezzies tomorrow. I know I'm getting a bottle of rum and a glass to go with it. So that review is coming tomorrow. Before I drink the whole bottle, which won't please the wife, as obviously. It looks like it's going to rain. Just what we don't need. I do have concerns over all the political things in the world at the moment. Obviously, we're in this lockdown situation. The Black Lives Matter movement. Obviously, Black Lives Matter, but then again, all lives matter. Kiddies in Syria, their lives matter. Where's the uprising for them? Poor little buggers. You know, people dying. You know, murdered, slaughtered. You know, I mean, when you look at it, all racism should end. There shouldn't be any racism. You know, it should be a fair world. Don't you? It should be a fair world for all of us. You know, there's lots. The world's full of wrong, and it's not just poor people. You know, don't get. Well, let's put it this way: rich people can afford to fiddle their taxes. They can afford to put their money abroad, pay no taxes. Richard Branson, for one, and then he goes and sacks loads of his staff, and yet he could have quite easily, out of his own wallet, paid for a lot of his staff during this furlough process, because obviously at the end of this, holidays will be a massive thing. So yes, he'll lose out initially, but in the long run he won't lose out. You know, it's an unfair world, and it's an unfair world for a lot of the population. You know, a lot of us have not been brought up with any, you know, silver spoons in our pockets and all that rubbish. I certainly won't. I have to work for everything we've got. And yeah, it does needle you at times. And it's like now, people are saying about key workers. I've worked all the way through this bloody thing. I mean, obviously, I'm not putting my life in danger like the poor people in the hospitals, but then again, a lot of them have got more PPE, and as long as they do the right thing with the PPE, they should be okay. That's what PPE is for, to protect you. But it's just, you know, and you see, I do feel the love for the NHS. I do. You know, I couldn't do it. My cousin, she works for the NHS in a hospital, and she is suffering from such intense anxiety that she's considering quitting. I think she's now gone on to no pay because she's been off sick that long. But when this broke, it just broke her. And she can't be the only one. You know, there's got to be people up and down the country that are on their last strand of any mental health that they've got. Scary times. So today, this seems even more intense than usual. The flavours that are coming through, wow. And sometimes letting a beer develop, letting a beer breathe, brings out the best. I mean, going into a pub and necking any beer is really not doing that beer any justice. You know, spending 20 minutes or 30 minutes with a beer, sitting down, having a chat, and that's the better way of doing it. Just going in and woof, woof, not a good way of drinking. You're not getting the best out of any alcohol by doing that. All you're doing is getting yourself drunk. But obviously I can understand the ethos. I know that when I have some in my wine. I had my ginger wine. I had some ginger wine last night. I got a glass, and pint glass, and just woofed it. And I didn't get the benefits of the ginger, and the ginger is amazing. It has made a fantastic ginger wine, and it started to rain. Oof. A minute ago it was like 20, well, about half an hour ago it was like 27 degrees outside. It was absolutely baking. So dark copper pour, white head, good lacing, toffee and raisins on the nose, toffee on the taste, raisins, dried through, really strong dark malt, complex flavours, and absolutely brilliant throughout. One of the, like I said, one of the best supermarket beers. Not really craft beer per se, but certainly a decent beer. And if it's not near your top 10 beers, I'd be surprised. But then again, not all of us like the same beers, which is a good thing, because otherwise we'd all be drinking one type of beer and we'd never get no new ones. Out of 5, for me, 4.62 out of 5. Absolute barnstorming favourite of mine. And that's it for this beer review. Yeah, fantastic beer. And hopefully they'll bring Hen's Tooth back out, which is a 7.3% bottle conditioned beer. I've not seen it for a while, and I think Morrison's have obviously got rid of it from their shelves, which is a shame really. Sometimes this rollover of beers is too quick, you know, or you lose too many of your favourites. Sadly, they can only put so much stock on the shelf. They can only have it so much. They'll only have the beer section so wide. You're never going to get a full section, a full row of beer. Although, begs the question sometimes whether it should be a thing to have. You know, you'd kill off your beer shops that way. But then again, that might be a bad thing. So, that's it for this beer review. Thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay safe and see you soon. Cheers.